All right, a Sacramento museum is facing criticism after a post on Instagram accused Muslim leaders of banning employees from wearing a traditional Palestinian scarf, calling it too political. And we heard from community members asking for clarification on this. So Becca Habegger looked into the controversy and has the answers for us tonight.
The SMUD Museum of Science and Curiosity, or MOSAC, here in Sacramento, is the subject of an Instagram post Monday by the account Change the Museum, which says it pressures U.S. museums to move beyond lip service proclamations by amplifying tales of unchecked racism. The post tells the story of an anonymous employee and says it has this employee's permission to do so, saying, in part, "I work at the Museum of Science and Curiosity. Last month, an Arab staff member wore a Palestinian keffiyeh to work and was advised by a director to reconsider their clothing choice. The next week, more coworkers donned keffiyehs in support of these actions and to stand up for Palestinians who are being dehumanized, starved, and bombed relentlessly. Those employees were each pulled into private meetings and interrogated about the keffiyehs, what it meant to them, and were reprimanded for hurting the feelings of an Israeli director. Soon after, a new policy prohibiting clothing, apparel, or other visible symbols that make a political statement was sent to all staff by email without context. The post goes on to describe several employees feeling uncomfortable with the policy and asking how it would be applied equitably. We reached out to MOSAC asking them to confirm these events and explained the actions leadership took. In a statement, the museum told ABC10, "MOSAC's highest priority is to maintain a safe and respectful environment where our employees and guests can engage in science, learning, and fun. We do not tolerate discrimination of any kind, and we evaluate and update our policies regularly to ensure the museum is inclusive and welcoming for all." They also sent us their policy on respectful work environment, which says, in part, "In order to continue to create a safe, respectful, inclusive, and thriving environment that is welcoming for all staff and visitors, staff will not be allowed to wear or display clothing, apparel, or other visible symbols that make a political statement while on MOSAC property. With conflicts happening throughout the world and the political season that is upon us, it's especially important that we all respect each other's beliefs and not use the workplace as a platform to promote them."
This is another example of culture of censorship and cancellation and silencing.
Yassar Dabour is chair of Palestine American League and lives in Elk Grove.
The keffiyeh, which I'm wearing right now, this is a traditional Palestinian.
He says a Palestinian keffiyeh is both a political statement and a cultural piece of clothing. He says he believes telling employees they can't wear a keffiyeh in the workplace is a suppression of free speech.
I encourage people to actually stand up for themselves and to fight it off, because this is freedom of expression.
And I do want to correct myself. I had a slip of the tongue there. I said Muslim leaders, and I meant to say museum leaders. So I just wanted to clarify that. But Becca Habegger with us right now. Becca, what do we know about that employee who was the first to wear that Palestinian scarf?
Yeah, you know, Alex, the local CAIR, or Council on American Islamic Relations chapter, says they are in touch with that staff member to offer support through the services they provide.
And another question, you checked in with other organizations too. What they have to say?
Yeah, you know, if you'll recall, MOSAC getting that built was a process that spanned some 15 years. Over that time, the city, county, SMUD, it's in the name, and others were involved. I did reach out to them for this story, but they, again, including SMUD in the name, directed us back to the museum leadership, saying the museum now operates independently from all of them, and they have no part in the day-to-day operations.
All right, Becca, thank you so much. We appreciate it.